people have lost their jobs. Thousands of people have lost their jobs. And when I say thousands of people, these are people with evidence that we can actually verify. So names are being collated and there are documents to back it up. So they are not things that we are just saying. You understand? And there has been a lot of side effects to these things. People cannot go to work. People don't have food to eat. They cannot pay their house rent. You know, it's a terrible situation for them. We are looking at the issues going on in UAE, which is the work ban permits. And this has caused a lot of, issues in the environment. People have lost their jobs. Thousands of people have lost their jobs. And when I say thousands of people, these are people with evidence that we can actually verify. So names are being collated and there are documents to back it up. So they are not things that we are just saying. You understand? And there has been a lot of side effects to these things. People cannot go to work. People don't have food to eat. They cannot pay their house rent. It's a terrible situation for them. And I feel for the very first time in UAE, I've heard a massive testimony of people getting a job, like Nigerians getting a job, but they don't have access to work permits. So then I was questioning myself that what's really going on. Before, people are saying they cannot get job, but now they have job. Like some will even get the offer letter, and their company will just tell them, "Sorry, we've applied for you, but work permit cannot be granted." So I would just like to correct the impression that maybe it's cultism or crimes or something. Crime or whatever it is, every country has its own rate of crime. And it is not limited to one citizen or something. So crime is all over the world. You understand? So it is not because Nigerians are committing crimes, that's why they cannot get access to work permits. No. But because the main problem here is the flight issue. Let's be sincere with ourselves. Because after a lot of deliberations, we went to the consulate and everything. Even though the person that addressed us was trying to be diplomatic, not going straight to the point, but still, it was made known to us that if this flight the flight ban can be shifted to be lifted, definitely the UAE government will cooperate as well. So the main problem here is Nigerian banning the flights coming to Emirates flights coming to Nigeria. That's really the main issue.
There's no justification to Nigerian government banning Emirates flight or flight generally from UAE. Now, the reason for no justification is because what leads to the ban? Nigerian government, Nigerian aviation minister said UAE required Nigerians, passengers from Nigerians coming to UAE to run a PCR test before coming to the airport, and another test in the airport 4 hours before their flight, and when they get to Dubai to run another test. He described this process as discriminating. He described this process as discriminating. Henceforth, he banned the flight. He banned Emirates Airline from coming to Nigeria. And in retaliation, Emirates Airline also banned every passenger that has been to Nigeria in the last 14 days or have passed through Nigeria not to come into Dubai. That is the beginning of this saga. That is February this year, February 2021. things are getting more crazy here. And this is what will lead to more Nigerians getting into crime. You said last time that was it because of crime? It is never because of crime. UAE government cannot, because of crime, then they will stop work permit. Every Nigerian that has been arrested in UAE related to crime, they are all on visit visa, not those that are working. Majority of people working in UAE work 6 days per week. So you have only 1 day to rest. Nobody works 6 days per week and have 1 day to rest. And that 1 day he will ask to rest, he will go and commit crime.
We have made that couple of times, number of times. We have sent message to NIDCOM, Minister of Affairs, all of them. But what we get in return is, soon we will get in touch with you. We'll get in touch with you. So those things are just been crazy. Like, I don't even know what's going on about that. They are just being diplomatic about it. They don't give us the particular reason. They don't give us the solution. And moreover, here, things is very difficult here in UAE. When we are talking about UAE, things is very difficult. And now, people are getting job, but they can't get work permit. It's very unfortunate.
Reaching out to our representatives, we actually paid a courtesy visit to the consulate regarding this matter. So we have sent so many emails. We have reached out on calls. We have sent text messages, WhatsApp message. We are getting one particular response. We are getting, oh, we are working on it, just be patient. For almost 5 months now, that's the same message we have been getting.
We have written to, one, the consulate, the embassy in UAE, the NIDCOM, chairman, committee chairman on foreign affairs, National Assembly, in House of Representatives. We have also written to some senators and House of Representatives. As I speak to you, we have written to almost 15 people. Over last week, I wrote to about 9 House of Representatives, and I got the acknowledgements. So that's why I said I am optimistic, because they promised me that they are going to talk to the committee in question to summon the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Of course, we have written to Foreign Affairs, understand, telling them of our plight. You get. So the National Assembly, which I believe they represent us and they are in best position to, look into this situation, they promised that they will talk to the committee in question and then see what they can do. Summon the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Aviation to see what they will do. And much, if things are not being done by next week, they might, read it on the floor of the National Assembly.
Trying to add to what he was saying about reaching out. So then back to your question about our plans, if this thing is not resolved soon. We are not planning or hoping that it will not be resolved soon. We are hoping that it will be resolved soon so that we'll get our life back together. Like somebody like me now, I'll use myself as an example. I have exhausted. I actually got a job. I changed my job. I got a new job, and I cancelled my current visa, which was meant to be valid in 2023. So I cancelled this visa, hoping that I will get another visa, because that's the law here. When you get a new job, you have to start afresh with your visa. So when I cancelled my visa, they applied for a new visa. It was rejected 3 times. So now I have to switch, because my visa I cancelled has already expired. So I have to switch to a visit visa. We call it visa change. I have to do visa change. So that's what many of us are doing. So many Nigerians got new jobs this time, because there are jobs here, there are vacancies here, opportunities are here too much. So many of us got new jobs. We faced rejection, and by the way of facing rejection, our visas expired.
calling back on our government that you cannot continue to place a ban on these people's business. It's just like, you have a business and the government says you cannot operate your business. So, of course, you will be affected and you will feel bad. We are all human beings. This is how they make their money. UAE is a tourism country. And we all know the number of people that travels out of Nigeria. So they are making money and you're telling them, hey, your flights cannot come into my country. Okay, I will tell you, your people cannot work in my country as well. So if we cannot have a win-win situation, then let's have a lose-lose situation. You understand? So we are using this opportunity to reach out to the federal government to please do the appropriate thing. Let's have a solution to this diplomatic issue. It is possible.
Appeal to Nigerian government. We appeal to them. They should allow Emirates Airline to fly in and out of Nigeria. This is the solution we think the present situation need. They should also be responsible to their responsibilities. We are citizens of Nigeria, we are their responsibilities. And it is surprising that we are passing through what we are passing through, the flight ban more than 8 months now, and work permit ban more than close to 4 months now. And the ministry will say they don't know, they are not aware of what we are passing through here. Nigerians in diaspora, the money we send back home yearly, the revenue is more than what Nigerian government realize even from oil. That is their largest revenue. So if they are not taking our suffering, our plague, if they are not taking it serious, that means they are not taking their revenue seriously. So we appeal to them. They should allow Emirates Airline to fly in and out of Nigeria. They should come to roundtable with UAE government. They should think of people, Nigerians that are losing their job daily here because the number is increasing daily. They should think of our family back home that we cannot more cater for because we are losing our jobs. They should think of the relationship, and they should think of how many Nigerians will go into crime and how the name of the country will be dented if more people cannot work legally to make ends meet and they are idle. So we are appealing to them. They should come to roundtable discussion with UAE government.
So we appeal, please, we are begging. Please do the needful. Our federal government, please. Our citizens are suffering. We are the ones here. We know what we are seeing. As I'm talking to you now, the house I'm staying now, I've received a notification by the ministry that I should vacate this house today. So I'm even making plans to leave. I don't even know where I'm going. And so many. If you go to their mosques, you will see Nigerians with bags. When I went to pay one of my fines, the fines I got for my overstay, I saw a Nigerian crying at the bus stop. But I cannot ask why, because I don't even have money to eat. I can't even support the person. So I'm pleading, our government, please, come to our aid. It's now getting too much. It's getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think if the system is working right, we don't have to appeal about this issue if they're totally concerned about their citizen. But if it is appeal that they want, we are appealing to them to solve this issue instantly, urgently, because this is a no time waste, because people are losing it here, really, mentally. I don't even know how to say it. Depression. No, people are going through a lot. If only you people can just see it through here. People are losing it a lot. So we are just appealing to the federal government, to just do whatever they want to do about it and give us a good result.